What's up YouTube? My name is Chris H and I know I've been MIA for a while, but I wanted to start remaking videos again now that I have a little bit more time, and in this particular video I'm going to go ahead and give you my opinion on the Google Pixel and Pixel XL. So the Google Pixel models vary quite a bit differently from the Nexus 6P from last year, except for maybe the fingerprint scanner on the back. Let's start off with the design. So with this version of the Google device, you have the regular Pixel, which measures at 5 inches with a 1080p display, and then you have the Pixel XL, which measures at 5.5 inches and has a QHD display. The back of both devices are flat, with the top part of it being glass and the bottom part of it being aluminum. Now, a lot of people like the way the new Pixel devices look, and some people don't like the way it looks. There's really not that in between. For me personally, I really like the way the new Pixel devices look. I think they look clean, I think they look simple. I really do feel like this is how Google meant to design both the hardware and the software, and on top of that, there's no camera hump either, right Apple? The aluminum wraps around the tops, the bottom, the sides of the device. On the left of the device, you have your SIM card popper, your SIM card tray, and on the right of the device, you have your volume rocker and your power button, which is textured, and I think that's a really nice touch that they added that. The phone also features a USB fast charging and a headphone jack. As for performance, I have to say so far the Google Pixel XL, it runs smooth. It's smooth like butter, so to speak. Now, part of the reason is because of the Snapdragon 821 processor that they put in it. The other reason is because Google did such an amazing job optimizing the software with the hardware. Now, because they had such a large say, or maybe even all the say, in both the hardware part of it and the software part of it, they were able to pull off an experience just like Apple has been doing for the last 10, 15, 20 years. Out of the box, and after downloading all my apps and putting all my stuff on there, I've really noticed zero lag on this device, which is really interesting. And this is one of the reasons why I really do prefer a stock Android experience over, say, a Samsung or an HTC or an LG device. So one of the things that Google touted that was one of the biggest features of the Pixel and the Pixel XL is the Google Assistant. And in my opinion, here is where the phone falls just a little bit short. Yes, Google Assistant works well. In my opinion, it works a lot better than Siri, but it isn't a huge departure, or there really isn't a huge difference when you compare the Google Assistant to Google Now from other Android devices, or especially from last year's Nexus 6P. Okay, Google. Who is the coach of the Los Angeles Lakers?
Luke Walton is the head coach of Los Angeles Lakers. Luke Walton is the head coach of Los Angeles Lakers.
Okay, Google. What is their record so far this season?
Los Angeles Lakers are in the Western Conference with 9 wins and 9 losses, 6.5 games behind the Golden State Warriors.
Okay, Google. Who is the CEO of Apple?
The CEO of Apple is Tim Cook.
Okay, Google. Who is the CEO of Google?
The CEO of Google is Sundar Pichai.
Okay, Google. Set a timer for 25 minutes.
Okay, 25 minutes. Starting.
Okay, Google. Add 2 more minutes to that timer.
You can do that in the app.
Okay, Google. I'm bored.
I've got plenty of boredom remedies. We can play a game. I can give you an interesting fact, or you can go for some random fun.
Some of the voice responses might be a bit better. You can ask it to play games and things like that, but I wouldn't say it's a drastic difference when you compare the two, at least not as of right now. But you definitely see where the future is headed in regards to computers and smartphones, and it is definitely headed in a more virtual or assistant type of software. So I really do feel like Google does have the upper hand in this regard. Yes, it's really good. It's not great. It's not perfect. But you definitely see where it does have a lot of potential. The 12.1 megapixel camera with an f2.0 aperture and a large sensor really does create a great camera experience that takes a lot of really just absolutely incredible photos. In bright conditions, the colors pop. In indoor or darker conditions, the camera doesn't struggle. There isn't a lot of noise. It really does a really good job with trying to find and take the best picture possible. Now, out of the box, Google does enable HDR+, which with last year's Nexus phone, I believe you had to enable it yourself. And one of my biggest gripes, because HDR+ definitely does make the photo look better, the biggest gripe with last year's phone was the fact that it took so long for the device to sort of render that HDR+ photo, because basically it takes two separate photos and melds it together. With the Pixel, it definitely doesn't take nearly as long as the 6P. It happens within a few seconds, and the time or the lag that it takes between taking and tapping the shutter button and having it take a photo and then taking the next one is very little. So I was really impressed with the performance of the camera. I was impressed with how quick the HDR+ works. And I just absolutely love the camera. I think they did a really good job there. It's hands down one of the best cameras that you'll get on a smartphone today. So overall, I absolutely love the Google Pixel. I love the device. I love the design of the device. I think it's really nice to hold in the hand. The performance, performance is key, and it has that. The camera is really good. The Google Assistant, even though not incredible, definitely has a lot of potential. And I didn't even talk about the Daydream VR. So I just got my Daydream VR headset yesterday, and so far I'm really liking that, and I see the potential in that too. So if you kind of mix all that together, not only is it a great phone right now, but with all the elements that they've included with the phone, you definitely see the future of smartphones, and I feel like that Google has that down pat. Now, I'm not gonna lie, when they first announced the phone, I was a little concerned because I was really hoping that they would stick with that sort of value price point of offering a really incredible device at an incredible price. And so, they kind of went in a different direction, which I was kind of surprised and I was hoping they wouldn't do. So now they're offering a premium phone for a premium device, and it looks like so far that's working for them, because as of today, the Pixel XL is completely out of stock in the Google store. So apparently it's working for them, which is good. Anyways, what do you think of the Pixel XL? Do you own it? What do you think about it? Do you think it's the best Android phone on the market? Do you think that the S7 is still a better device? Are you an Apple person? Do you think the iPhone 7 and 7 Plus are the better device? Let me know in the comments section below. Don't forget to hit that like button. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. My name is Chris H with Techie Shabai, and I'll see you in the next video.